Good morning, guys. So the weather's not cooperating um, for the project I wanted us to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what it is, and when we get a sunny day, I want you to go ahead and do this activity. So it won't be due until next week. But what it is it's a little experiment in how your shadow changes throughout the day. And that's why we need the sun, because we need the sun or a light source to make a shadow. Um, if you want to experiment, if you have a little table lamp, you could actually do it with a table lamp. If you see right now the shadow on my neck, it's because my hand or my hand is in between my body and my light source. So I have a little table lamp shining on me. And so if you can see that shadow from how the light is hitting my arm and making a shadow on my body, it might be hard to see, but that's how a shadow works. An object gets in the middle of a light source and another object. And so you could use a table lamp and just turn your little object or the lamp throughout the day to make it look like the sun is arcing. Because remember, the sun arcs because the earth is curved. Don't listen to people who tell you the earth is flat. It is not. It is a giant sphere. And that's why we have the shadows the way we do, like as the sun arcs. Look, as I'm arcing my hand, my shadow on my face moves. Same thing with the sun. So the project I would like you guys to try and complete between now and next Wednesday is I want you to build an object out of Legos, or maybe you have a doll that will sit up by itself, or maybe you have like my grandson, he's got these giant like Fortnite figures, but they stand up. So just some kind of creation you've made out of Legos that will stand up by itself, a bottle of water, any solid thing that's going to make a shadow as the sun comes across it. And what you do is you're going to set it down in the sun on a piece of paper, or if you're doing it outside, you can actually just set it on like the sidewalk or on your a back porch. Take a piece of chalk and draw the shadow. So trace the shadow. I'm going to try and show you this picture. And then an hour later, I want you to go back and I want you to draw it again. And then another hour later, I want you to go and draw it again. And you'll have a progression of different pictures because the shadow is going to move and change as the sun arcs. So this is the picture of what it looks like. I'm going to try and see if I can get the directions exactly like this uploaded. If not, I'll just type in the directions in a Word document so that you don't have to keep watching the video. You'll be able to look at the directions to see how your shadow changes throughout the day. If you have a lot of sidewalk chalk and you have a sister, a brother, or if mom or dad's not busy and you want the shadow to be of yourself, that would be really fun too. You would stand and they would trace your shadow of you, and then you would go back an hour later, stand in the same spot though. That's why it's best to just use a toy that you have that will sit up by itself. That way you know it's not being moved, that it's only the sun that's moving and changing your shadow. So I hope this is fun for you. Don't stress if it doesn't get sunny today. There might be some sun tomorrow. But like I said, I'm not going to make this due until Wednesday, because Ohio weather is not cooperating with us. But I think this would be a really fun experiment in what it looks like as what a shadow looks like as the sun goes across the earth. Um, Also, how are you going to document this for me? You just need to make a little table, and again, I'm going to put the directions on a Word document. You need two columns. One column says time, one column says length. And so what you're going to do is, after you get all your shadows drawn, you're going to take a ruler or a measuring tape, and you're going to record how many inches long is the shadow and at what time. So let's say you start this at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Your first box would say 10 o'clock, and let's say the shadow was 4 inches long. So you would write 10 o'clock, 4 inches. Then you go back at 11 o'clock, so you would write 11 o'clock. You would draw the shadow, measure it, and let's say it was 4.5 inches. Then you would write 4.5 inches. So I want you to do this 5 times throughout the day whenever you start this experiment. So it has to be all done all in one day. So make sure it's a sunny day. That's going to be sunny all day, because when the clouds come in, you lose the sun, which means you lose your shadow. So I hope this is fun for you. Don't stress if we don't get a sunny day until next week. That's fine. Late assignments aren't going to affect your grade at all. We're going to be real flexible with this. We're going to have fun with it. And I am so glad this school year is almost over and summer's coming. I want you guys to tell me what you're going to do this summer. Do you have any plans? Are you waiting to see what the governor says about how he's opening up the state and how you're going to travel? One of my old students reached out to me. She's going to Florida this summer with her family. So she's going to be driving with her family down to Florida. So if you have any fun summer plans, let me know. I'd like to hear what you're doing. Me, I'm going to be home raising 2 grandkids and working. Have a great day, guys.